Right now at 7, Hurricane Ian is making its way across the Florida peninsula. It has just been downgraded to a Category 3 storm. It made landfall just north of Naples this afternoon and is now making its way toward the First Coast. And we're already starting to feel the effects here on the First Coast. I want to thank you for joining us tonight for First Coast News at 7. I'm Anthony Austin. So let's talk a little bit more about Ian. Ian has already caused tons of flooding and destruction across the state. This is video from Boca Grande as the eye wall moved on shore with wind speeds up to 155 miles per hour. Naples police shared this video of a transformer sparking as Ian swept through the area, and they're warning people to shelter in place. Also in Naples, a local fire station flooded as they worked to save others. Workers were in nearly 4 feet of water while they attempted to remove equipment. So let's go over now to Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan with the latest on Hurricane Ian. Tim, as we just mentioned, is now a Category 3.
Indeed. Thank you, Anthony. And folks, that may just sound like a small drop in numbers, but each drop in category is about an exponential difference. In other words, the amount of damage that a Category 3 can cause is 10 times less than a Category 4. And we expect it continuing to weaken, although again I hesitate to use that term because this is still going to be a powerful storm as it goes by the First Coast, because we're still in the cone, because although the forecast is for it to become a tropical storm, but it's going to be close to a hurricane. The National Hurricane Center felt like with the utmost of caution, we're going to put the First Coast, that is Northeast Florida, and you folks in southeastern Georgia, under a hurricane watch. All right, what we want to see as forecasters is for that definitive eye to start to fill in with clouds. And notice how we go from a pretty clear eye really filling in. You can see the circulation center there. That's about 100 miles south-southwest of Orlando, but that's going to continue to happen, should continue to happen. Here's a better vantage point here. And if you're wondering who, we don't know for sure yet, but who received maybe the highest storm surge, 15, maybe 18 feet, it's going to be right here, Port Charlotte, as those winds gusting, as Anthony mentioned, to over 150 funneled right up into the harbor there. But what about here on the First Coast? So we're under a hurricane watch today. We weren't yesterday. We're still under tropical storm warnings. What has changed overall, our forecast has not. It's the combination of the heaviest winds and the higher tides that will be when the highest risk of widespread street flooding. That's overnight tonight, Thursday afternoon, and early Friday. We're going to break it down for you county by county, from northeast Florida to southeastern Georgia in just a few moments.